Mm, Welcome. Hold on. Let me. Welcome everybody to another video. It's me, Finn. I'm back. Uh, for the last video of May. We are back and we have a special topic for today's video. Something I personally kind of just learned about the other day. Well, more in depth. I knew it existed, but today we are going to be talking about. Nope, wrong one. The multigender spectrum. Obviously, the concept of multiple genders existed for me because, well, yeah, there's gender fluid, all kinds of stuff, really. But I didn't really know much about it because I personally am agender. So, yeah. If you don't know what agender is, I did a video about it earlier this month. Specifically, agender is just straight up no gender identity as a whole. So, yeah. But this one is talking about people with multiple gender identities. Uh, yeah. So let's begin. The multigender spectrum. Similar to the multisexual spectrum, it's people with sexual attraction to from anywhere. Well, similar to the sexual attraction, which is from anywhere between two and infinite genders that they're sexually attracted to. This is people with gender identities containing anywhere from two to any number of infinite genders, just any number of genders. Yeah, like the multisexual spectrum, but for gender identities. Next, the first one we have here is bigender. Uh, Similar to bisexual, but for genders. It's a gender identity in which the person has or experiences any combination of two genders, which can be binary or non binary. So they can experience literally any two genders at the same time, which would classify them as bigender. Uh, this is basically only when you are limited to those two genders. It can be, maybe you can feel like, uh, this can also be fluid as well. So it's like you can feel, well, one at one time, but then another at different time. So yeah. I'm going to kill somebody. Just kidding. By the way, yeah, so it can be any combination of two genders. There's could be man and woman, uh, non-binary and female, or woman. I mean, uh, you could identify as demi boy, but also agender, and be fluid with it. Literally any combination of two genders, fluid or not. Then we have trigender, which, like bigender, is just three. A combination of any three genders, binary or non binary, and can be fluid. They may or may not be fluid between the three genders. It can be literally any three combinations. Next, polygender. Polygender is literally a gender identity where the person experiences more than one gender. This can be any number of genders, but pretty much just any number above one. Obviously, non-binary or binary, and can it's similar to polyamorous, where you can be in a relationship with any number of people over one, but for genders, um, can easily be mistaken for the next one, pangender. Pangender being literally uh, a person who experiences many or all genders. Obviously, once again, can be fluid between them. Um, Literally just the gender identity version of pansexual. where also like pansexual, people can have a preference for a specific gender or identity while still identifying as many or all other gender identities. But you can have like a specific gender identity that you have a preference for. Basically, that's how that would function. Next, gender fluid, which we all know what gender fluid is. It's where you have where your gender flows between multiple different genders while still being more than one. This technically goes along with polygender very well because, like polygender, it's any it's where you experience more than one gender. But for gender fluid really goes for any of these, since any one of these can be fluid for their gender. So gender fluid as a whole is literally just can or cannot be, it may or may not be true for anyone who identifies as any of these gender identities. Yeah, I've already went over gender fluid in a previous video. I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure though. But anyway, there's also gender flux, but that's about the same as gender fluid. Where gender flux is you fluctuate your gender fluctuates. I think that basically just means that, like, technically it isn't fluid where one day you feel like a guy and then some other days you might feel like a girl, some days you might feel non-binary or something like that. But with gender flux you would literally, your gender identity would fluctuate where between like possibly an infinite number of genders, and that's how that would work. Anyway, in conclusion, this was somewhat of a shorter video. I I thought it would be a bit longer, considering I have quite a few slides in this one. But anyway, in conclusion, yeah, so multisexual people can identify as any gender, which includes agender and new choice. This one is something I haven't actually gone over. I don't know if I have. I might have in the non-binary video. But those two are non-gendered identities, which are literally just people who identify as not having a gender. That's pretty much how that functions. Since I for one am a gender, I don't have, like, while I prefer more feminine terms and stuff and dressing feminine, I myself don't identify with any gender. Anyway, possibly coming soon, depending on if technical difficulties will stop fucking with me. Possibly doing a Celeste stream in the future. So look forward to that if that happens. I'll probably make a post on it on the community tab. So anyway, that is all for today. I hope you all enjoyed. See you guys in the next video or in the Celeste stream, which will probably be sometime next month. Also, I'm not sure if I will, but I'm going to be going to a bunch of different Pride events throughout the month of June because it's Pride Month. And if you guys want me to possibly record or make a compilation of pictures that I've taken and just sort of do a little narration over them, or do like a thing where I'm looking at all the pictures from Pride that month, I could do that if you guys want to. That would be pretty cool, I think, because I think having more people going to Pride events and stuff and showing that they're actually really fun, I think that could be a really cool thing to do, especially on this channel, which is literally all about showing educating people about Pride and stuff. So yeah, that is all for today. See you guys in the next video. I'm not entirely sure what the next video's topic will be, but I hope you guys look forward to it. Goodbye.